Hey everyone, it's Erin Sorensen with Hail Varsity. I am joined by Greg Smith, also of Hail Varsity, our recruiting analyst. Hello from Memorial Stadium once again.
We're back again.
We're back. We did it. It's a little bit chillier than last week, but we are still standing outside just for you.
That's right.
All right, recruiting question of the week. This week, it comes from our friend LED on Twitter. Basically, let's talk quarterbacks.
Okay.
It's one of the most important parts of every class, right?
Yeah.
So in concern to the 2022 class, how are things looking? And then on top of that, who is the number one person in the class right now?
Okay.
And then the sleeper pick.
Okay, so it always comes up, quarterback recruiting. It is weird for Nebraska because they're usually a little bit more ahead of the game when it comes to quarterback recruiting right now than they are. But it's not stopping them from committing other places. So
Right.
A couple of other top prospects over the weekend actually committed. Alex Orjai committed to Virginia Tech. Gavin Wimsatt actually committed to Rutgers. And then so quarterbacks are getting gobbled up all over the place. Nebraska doesn't have a 22 quarterback just yet. But the top prospect on the board at this point is Georgia four-star dual threat quarterback. I think it's the number 2 dual threat in the nation, MJ Morris, who's a kid who may end up coming out during the spring at either a self-guided tour or for the spring game. I think Nebraska's hoping to get him in for the spring game. He's a really talented player, has the who's who in the South and all over the country of college football after him. I would say a sleeper to watch is Richard Torres out of Texas. He's a little bit bigger kid, probably 6'5", 210.
Wow.
Is also a dual threat, as they like to recruit. And he's really kind of bursting onto the recruiting scene right now. And I think with a strong senior season, I think his stock will really rise. But it's kind of wide open right now for quarterback recruiting, which has some fans a little bit nervous. But I think given their history, you can have faith in Frost and Verduzco, and Lubick for that matter, to find someone that'll be good to kind of anchor this class because quarterback is so important.
Yeah, and if you're somebody who's like, but they have so many quarterbacks on the roster, this is pretty traditional for this staff is to have at least one quarterback per class, especially, and it feels like you have to now with just potential transfers, just have a good pipeline. You have to have at least a quarterback per class.
Yeah, I think you do too, and it is their philosophy to take a quarterback every year. They like to have 4 or 5 scholarship quarterbacks on the roster at a time, and I do think it's even smarter in the age of the quarterback transfer because you just never know if someone's going to leave. At this point in college football, you would never be surprised by it now, so you should just always have guys ready to roll just in case it happens. So I think that's smart.
And if you're wondering about quarterbacks currently on the team, Coach Scott Frost did talk about them during his Monday availability. Said it was like Logan Smothers had one of his best days since he's arrived at Nebraska. Harburg, who is the most recent recruit, he's been doing pretty well this spring. So, I mean, if you're a quarterback looking at Nebraska, there's a lot to, I'd say, like about what you're seeing, at least right now.
Yeah, and it's a quarterback-friendly offense. Like all
Yes.
quarterbacks like this offense. That has always been consistent because you get to show all of your skills in the offense, whether it's running, throwing, your decision-making. So it's always been a quarterback-friendly offense.
Well, I guess we'll see what happens. Especially, we say this every week, but we'll know soon hopefully know soon what's going on with the NCAA as far as lifting that dead period and if players will be able to actually come for official visits or if it will all be self-guided.
Right.
But we'll be, I say we, Greg will be on top of it. He keeps me in the know. So just stick with us at Hail Varsity. If you want to know more about quarterback recruiting specifically around this question, check out the recruiting notebook this evening. It goes live at 6 p.m. Central. It actually goes live Sunday through Thursday at 6 p.m. Central, but tonight will be a deeper dive on this particular topic presented by Pinnacle Bank. Thank you, Pinnacle Bank.
Thank you.
So any final thoughts before you leave everyone in suspense?
No, read the notebook tonight for more thoughts.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, as always, LED, for your question. For everyone, you chime in on YouTube, so if you have a question, feel free to leave it in the comments below or just have a conversation. For those of you who comment on Facebook, Twitter, you name it, keep doing that. You can tweet at Greg Smith HV on Twitter, at Hail Varsity, and we'll be back next Monday for another recruiting question of the week. Probably right here at Memorial Stadium.
Probably.
See you then.